All right, y'all. Let's talk about this boring old episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another recap and review and a special guest. It's someone who has not been on my channel before, so it's really good to start to bring up and coming YouTubers. Everybody, please say hello and put your B's in the comments for So Debonair. How are you, So Debonair?
All right, what do y'all do over here?
To be honest, nothing. We still trying to figure it out. We're really trying to figure it out. We flying the plane as we crashing it.
Okay.
Building, flying, crashing all at the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah. So before we get into the review, make sure you guys like this video because y'all gonna like it because you're gonna love it, but there's no love button. Okay, so like it because you're gonna love it. Make sure you leave a comment. Super chat's a great way to support the channel and me. Okay, and me. Okay, all of the stuff that y'all love is up here. Okay, and I need money for this.
Your weavage?
Huh?
Your weavage?
No, it's up here in my brain. I don't wear weave. This is all natural, like Kenya Moore.
I thought you had a quick weave.
No, I don't. I stopped doing quick weaves.
Wow.
And so support the channel if you can, if you want to. And yeah. Before we get into the full review, we're going to rate the episode from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. What would you give this episode? And you all put your comments, your ratings in the chat. You will give it a 1 star?
No, I'll give it a 5.
Okay. Just a 5? Just a 5?
Yeah, just a 5. I mean, it wasn't really. It was. I don't know. It wasn't like a lot that happened that's really memorable to me.
A lot. Did anything happen?
I don't think so.
To be honest,
Drew's doorbell didn't work. That happened.
Who's that? I'm gonna give it a 6. I agree that there was nothing that was memorable, nothing that happened. But it didn't. It didn't feel it. For some reason, I don't know why it didn't feel fluffy to me. Like it didn't feel filler, even though it was filler. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can tell when you watch the episode, you be like, "That was a filler episode." I can't believe I just watched that shit. I'm cursing this early. We definitely not. I'm not definitely not getting monetized. But this one didn't feel like a filler episode.
Even though only because they took a trip.
I think that's maybe it's because they were on in the midst of taking a trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's get into everyone is saying it's 7.5, 6. To answer your question, Busy is funny and provocative without taking himself too seriously. I'm not serious. A 8. Okay, come on, 8. Come on, 8. I wonder if they thought the show was going to be good while filming only for fans not to like this season. You know what? Would there be some message throughout the season? There's like, oh, the hoes gonna love this. Love this season. This is some good stuff we got here, y'all. Yeah, they were sitting out at the table. They was like, wait till they see this fight. Like they gonna love this season. I promise you, they gonna love this season. And we're like, womp womp.
I had to stop reviewing it.
You said you had to stop reviewing it? We're only on episode 10.
Yeah, I stopped after like episode 1.
So that means you really didn't give it a chance.
I did give it a chance. I mean, I watch it. I just don't. I
review it.
Yeah, I just stopped reviewing it. I was like, let me just watch it for my own pleasure. But then it's not even giving anything for my pleasure. So.
Oh, and you know how you very serious about your pleasure.
Yes.
So let's get into this.
And hey, everyone in the chat.
Episode. So they did a whole lot of quick flashes. I think the only one that was really important to me was the one where Brooklyn was able to meet her granddaddy.
Yeah.
And that was so adorable to me. And the fact that one, Kenya called her husband an absent father because she was like, knowing that Brooklyn can never barely see her dad. It's great that she's been able to see her grandfather, and it was good to see them together. I really do love Brooklyn. I want to see more of her. So I thought that out of all of the little flashbacks, that was like the only one that was really important or cute to me.
You could tell she was excited to really see him. Like the way she hugged him, I just thought it was adorable.
I don't know. It gave a little kid. Well, it did give little kid at first. She was like, "That's your granddaddy." Brooke was like, "Okay."
But when she hugged him, though, I thought that was adorable. Is this like she like? I don't know. Maybe she was talking through the phone or something, and she realized this is not like a computer, a phone person. Like this is actually a real person.
Brooklyn was looking like, and so okay, hey, granddaddy, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Who would have ever thought we was waiting for Drew to be honest? Okay, let me leave that alone. To be honest though, Jamie B, Brooklyn's so cute, hugging hugging get grandpa. She was excited a little bit, I guess. And then we get this random brunch. Like no planning, no pre-conversation. No background information, no conversation between Drew and Ralph.
It was a surprise.
No necessity. And everybody coming and their partners. What was this?
It was a surprise.
This part felt so disjointed, and to be honest, I watched it. And then a commercial came on, and then I fast forwarded, and then it was going on a trip, and I was thinking, wait, I had to have missed something. Like clearly, there's something that I missed, okay? Because this brunch scene happened, and Candy got up, and then I was like, I must have.
So you didn't hear him say why he did the brunch?
Oh, the way Ralph talks, I'm doing that because you ladies, sometimes you need us. Yeah, every time y'all get together, y'all fight, and so y'all need our good energy in order to really bring it together. So when y'all go on this trip, girl, go away from me with this, Ralph. What is this?
I mean, the fact that Ralph did anything nice for Drew, for me, I just paid it, okay? Because we don't see him do anything, at all for Drew. Unless
it just didn't fit.
I mean, it didn't fit, but I mean, listen, I'm gonna give the man his props for doing something for Drew. I mean,
give him his props. And what did he do?
He hired a cook to pretend like him and the boys were cooking for the girls to have positive energy on their trip.
I guess everybody started showing up and coming into the house. Their doorbell don't work, so they just had to walk in like normal. When you come to Drew's house, you just walk in regularly.
It was like, hello, can I come in?
Hey, y'all, it's us.
Is anybody here?
It was just very awkward. So everybody comes. Candy comes with Todd. Sonya comes with Ross. Courtney comes with Bryce. Candy had known Bryce from the music industry. She said she hadn't seen him in a long time. Basically, and then Marlo comes with Scott Lee, which really made me excited. But the only thing Kenya can say is, what does he have on? First of all, girl, your man comes with Uber Eats. Okay, just to dance rehearsals that did leave. Do we really want to talk about what the people got on?
Was that Coogee?
Was it Coogee? I don't know what it was. He looked comfortable. He looked comfortable. While we can only see her man through the phone.
I mean, we see the rest of that man through the screen. So why are you hating on Kenya?
Because my problem is she was the only one who was like, and what does he have on? And what does your man have on?
Okay.
I just don't. I used to love being on Kenya's side because it was best to see. What was that? It was best to see her win, and then Kenya would never just attack someone unprovoked. Now it's just given. I'm gonna attack Marlo. Doesn't matter when, where, why, how. And so when the man came in with his whatever his sweater was, and she's like, "Well, what is that? What does he have on, girl? And what does your man have on? that we can only see through the phone. And before this episode, only Mayetta can talk to. At least the brunch had a higher budget than Robin's family day. Now, true. Ralph, aka Tommy, trying to sell his apron line. Did y'all see that apron today?
Did he try to sell it online?
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I was ready to buy it or him. Did you see it?
I was gonna say something else, but I don't think it's appropriate. So
what you mean? What this channel is not appropriate. Go ahead and say it.
I would have bought it with the apron without the rest of the clothes underneath it.
To be honest, he did.
Bring the man in the apron.
He could just send me him without the apron. No apron necessary.
But I think it would be cute for him to come with the apron on, and that's it.
You say you think it would be cute for him to come with the apron on?
Yeah, and that's it. To deliver it.
Let me show y'all the picture of him with this apron on. Y'all take a look. I guess he's supposed to be selling something, doing something, I guess.
What does it say? Call me daddy?
It says call me daddy
in the kitchen.
I like only that. In the kitchen. This is Ralph's new apron line. Now, mind you, we never seen him cook.
He didn't cook on this episode.
Exactly. We have never seen him use a utensil.
But maybe he's too busy getting called daddy in the kitchen. So
Drew said he don't even know where the spatulas are. So knowing that we've never seen him,
he knows where it's at.
You said what?
The only tool that he needs, he knows where it's at.
But that's because it goes with him. Go gadget. We ain't never seen that man cook make a sandwich.
Who is I'm excited to introduce our new apron line. Who is R?
I'm excited to introduce our new apron line. Call me daddy in the kitchen. It is. I don't know who is R. Maybe he got a new partner and they're working on something together. Doesn't he do computers?
He does everything. I mean, he manages Drew's career. He writes. He's a model in the video. He's doing a lot.
I just don't understand how he's going really extreme from I'm a tech person to now I'm naked. I'm naked selling aprons. And we have never seen him cook a meal. Child, his assistant wanted to give him. She probably did. The assistant was calling him daddy. Well, let us know if you received the shirt. I mean, if you received the call me daddy apron. We would love to see what it looks like. Does it come with him or not? Okay.
We should do like a little calendar with this.
Don't give him any ideas because I think as we start to talk about what's going on with him later, I think he's trying to get into that mode. So, everybody starts to gather around and get ready for eating. The men go outside. The women are sitting there for the brunch. So. Kenya asked Candy, so what's going on with the movie? How's the casting for the movie? What's going on? Because I haven't gotten an invitation. Nobody sent me a script, nothing. And Candy was like, girl, why would they? We already know who we want. It's not you. She was like, I just don't get it. Why has nobody said anything to me yet? Girl, because we're going for a younger cast and Drew got hers. So you cast Drew. I'm the person
who Drew's mom or something.
She's also I'm the person who what you said I put threesomes on the map. What map? And no, you didn't.
I never even heard of that movie.
Trois?
Whatever it is, I never heard of it.
To be honest, I feel
like a low budget
one was a real one. Yeah, I feel like the first one was a real one with a budget and a story. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like hers was like a straight to DVD. You could pick it up at Blockbuster. It was
the cover art was given like Paint 1998. Like it didn't give me like a real, Microsoft Paint. It looked like she made it on the cover of it.
It really was. You definitely could get it from Blockbuster. But you got to give it back. Ralph gearing up the business like a Martell. This episode was a whack. Okay,
Come
you
on,
gotta get one there for the not Drew's mom's. Back in the day, I never watched any of the movies with Kenya. I mean, to be honest, you would never have known that she was in it. Some of the movies she looked like this.
The only thing that I really remember her from is Girlfriends when she played Kara, and that's only because I watched Girlfriends so much.
Now I remember her being an extra. Once she put her reel together and put it out, I was like, "Oh, Kenya was an extra in all of these TV shows."
Mm-hmm.
But she said she put threesomes on the map, so she definitely should be the one who should be getting her clit licked in this new movie that Candy's writing. After that, Roy calls Kenya. She's really excited about it, and then Marlo's like, "Oh, I know him. Oh, I used to date him." So it seems as if Marlo went on a date once or twice with Roy. Once with Roy. How did you feel about that?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. I feel like they all have dated somebody who's dated on that show. Candy, something happened with Candy and Portia's ex-man or something like that? Dennis.
Which one? The hot dog man?
Yeah.
No, she knew someone who knew him. The only ex that she had was Block.
Oh, but they
she used to kick it with Block. Yeah, she used to kick it with Block.
Yeah. She spun the block a few times. But yeah, I think that in Atlanta it's not that big, so I mean, it's really proper. I mean, I wasn't surprised.
I would not have known that Marlo would have dated him, and then it was they tried to like really gloss over it very fast. Like, can you try to act like, yeah, sure, not even give it any life, which was a little weird.
She went on a date with the man. Like, it's not like she was in a relationship with him.
Yeah, but normally when that happens in this circle, they're like, "Oh my God, you did go on a date with him?" Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, but it was years ago." And that was it. But it seems like King doesn't even want to give her space and time or anything. So I was like, "Yeah, I went on a date with him. I got the receipts to prove it. He was all up in my DMs." And
how would the conversation go if she would have done that?
If she would have been like, "Oh my," if Marlo would be like, "Oh my God, I dated him before." Really? Oh,
I went on a date with you. Can't you? She didn't date him. She went on a date.
I've gone on a date with him before. It wasn't a fit. You dated Roger Bob? Yes, I dated him. Yes,
and that's it. And we move on.
But at least do that.
That's what she did. I know him. She said,
"Let me
see if he got the same." I mean, the road Marlo's about to travel down. That's why she don't deal with her.
She went down there. Kenya got up. She's like, "I can't hear. Sorry."
I would have done the same thing.
And then she got up and left. This is the first time we ever seen him call her. So that was cute or whatever. The food comes out. And they tried to bring up the fact that Marlo dated him too, and Kenya.
She's an Aquarius.
Well, thank God it was only one date, and he knew not to go with you. Okay, that's how he's with me now.
Boom.
And to be honest, girl, you doing a lot of defending, and we haven't seen him with you yet.
You know what this reminds me of is that man that Tamar dated.
She's still dating him from the Queen's Court.
To. Yeah, the one she's engaged to. It reminds me of that
from the Queen's Court. Yeah.
He
reminds you of him.
I think the situation does. Like, I don't feel the
authenticity
of it. No, I don't feel the authenticity of the relationship.
I really don't think this is real.
Yeah, I don't think it's real either.
I do think Tamar and that man's relationship is real.
I don't.
I think he comes off just inauthentic, but I think
because he's an attorney or something, right? He's like one of those. You get your car got smashed. Call JR. Blah blah.
Yeah, I think he's an ambulance chaser, but from what I hear, his billboards are all over Atlanta.
Jamie King is an Aquarius.
But I feel like their relationship is real. I just don't feel like something about this one seems inauthentic.
I feel like when they're not on camera, like he goes to his house and she goes to her house, and then they come back on because they have a YouTube channel.
Who?
Tamar and JR.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Now I gotta look that up.
It's called Black and White.
They're just Tamar, leave it to her to be problematic. Um,
Went to Orlando for what's her son's name? Vincent
mm-hmm.
Logan for his birthday.
Logan, little Logie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then after that, we see a little clip of the guys talking outside. Then out of all the people at the table, Shereé said, "So these ones getting paid? Are you paying these girls? Is that what? Because I heard something about you not paying the."
I lived for that part. I'm sorry, I did. I lived for that.
And Drew was like, What's going on?" There's been so much going on in the media. To be honest, I didn't know about this. Y'all put in the comments if y'all heard about any of these stories. I hadn't heard about any of these stories about her and this chef. But apparently, Shereé says that in the news, in the blogs, Drew is going into has a lawsuit against her from some woman who she had decided not to pay.
Yeah, it was in the blogs.
So now the lady who is infamous for not paying the Ross is asking questions about who's going. Maybe she wanted new techniques. But now she's asking, "Are you paying them? Are these people about to get paid?" Okay, I'm just asking for a friend. I thought that was really weird. What did you think about that?
I thought I lived for it. To me, like, I think I have like a love-hate relationship with Shereé because I just think she's really corny. But when she does stuff like that, I love Shereé's messiness because it's like, how you being messed about paying somebody when you don't pay nobody?
It's delusion. It's delusion. The messiness is okay. It's the delusion that really bothers me. Like, you could be the person who could bring up the messiness, but you can't be the broke one. So you're not paying them, girl? And we definitely got people looking for you in Chateau Thelma.
Did you see that she was in the blogs of the day because they were asking the people who has ever bought She by Shereé or received anything?
No, I didn't.
Somebody posted it on Twitter, and literally like 3 people out of thousands and thousands upon thousands of people received something. One guy said he bought some. Well, he was doing Afterpay, but it wasn't set up, so he ended up going out of the order. But then he received 3 pairs of pants for free. I said, you better sell them.
Or just give them away, it sounds like. So she's asking, and Drew's getting upset. She's like, well, no, that's not. Let's be clear. Let's talk about what happened. There was a woman, and the whole story sounds strange. There was a woman who wanted to cook for us.
She wanted to cook for them.
She wanted to cook for us. She wanted to show us of her skills. She cooked for us. The food was disgusting. It had hair in it. So we decided not to go further with her. And now she's suing me. They said, oh my God, I can't believe it. So how much is, like, what's the suit? She said $1,000. This is giving Judge Judy. This is giving small claims. The People's Court. It's giving the People's Court. And she's like, it's $1,000, but it's just so much that's going on with us and our family and this whole lawsuit. And it's $1,000. $1,000.
Isn't the court fees more than that?
Child, let's be clear. Get the girl $1,000 and be about to go on your way.
But isn't the court fees more than $1,000?
I don't know. This is really ridiculous. And wait till we get to the end because I'm gonna have to drag Drew again. Because knowing that it's only $1,000, and it sounds like you just let a random homeless person come in your house and cook, and now she's suing you for $1,000. You put 20 on 10, and this is why your name is in the headlines. At the end of the day, they said, look, Shereé was like, well, there are these other 2 people gonna give, since you're not paying the other ones, are you gonna pay these ones? And Drew was like, look, don't worry about what's going on over here. We gonna deal with what we deal with. After that, we had this very random scene between Kenya and Courtney, where Courtney's like, she's doing those laughing touches, but I didn't think it was that serious. And then when Kenya was like, well, can you please not touch me? Your fingernails dirty. Like, please don't put your hands on me. And she's like, well, I didn't touch you. You did it 3 times.
She was touching her though.
But it wasn't all. I don't know, y'all. Whose side was y'all on during that? I know people who are like, "Oh, you're so crazy, you so," and
People that you know, though, right?
no,
No, I
don't
don't.
think
I mean,
people
I'm
ask
just
for
like I don't know.
consent.
If I don't know you like that, don't keep touching me, please.
Even if it's like a you so crazy.
Yeah, one time, not all those times though.
I didn't think it was that serious. What and it's Courtney.
But they're not even friends.
I don't know. I thought it was over. She was overdoing it, and here comes Drew not paying her. The lady who's not paying that lady in the background. Oh, it's just a boundary. She's working on boundaries. Girl, worry about your husband and his stupid brunch he's planning. It's just a boundary. Courtney said it wasn't that big of. It really wasn't. Please don't touch me. No, you did it 3 times. I'm just saying. The first one was cool, but after that it became condescending. How? The tap started being a little different. Like I just, you're being extra.
But you're invading my personal space,
You look like a personal space.
and that's why. And that's why you feel like
Your booty is invading our personal space. It's too much over here.
Whose?
Kenya's. Do something about that, Miss USA.
It's not touching nobody.
So after that, Candy says she getting up. She says she leaving. Okay. To be honest, Candy got her food. She ate.
Let me tell you something.
I'm
Candy
done with my
got that
chicken
plate,
wings.
she ate that food, and she was out the door.
She said,
She
"Well,
I was just here for the food. I was here for the
good
food.
to see y'all."
Did they even say where she had to go?
No, she just said it's my time to go. Well, it was nice seeing y'all. She got up. She went outside. Time. Okay, I already ate. I finished the food. Hey, y'all. Time to go. Time to go. And then, like, this scene was just over. It was just so weird.
That was weird.
Everything about the whole scene was just weird. Even down to Candy getting up and leaving early.
She probably got a to-go plate when she left.
She looked like she stuffed some food in her jaw. She was like, "Top, I already got my chicken. No, I already ate it. Mm-hmm. No, I got you a plate in the bag. Mm-hmm. It's in the bag right here. Did Todd eat? No, I don't think. Hey, did any of the men eat?
I don't think they did.
It was like it really was watching nails on the chalkboard, watching the men together. It was, hey, yeah. So yeah. How you doing?
Out there with them?
I'm cool. Yeah, what's your name? Scott Lee. Oh, Scott. Oh, Jamaican. It was just like y'all don't know each other, and y'all not trying to get to know each other. This whole scene is weird.
But Todd and Ross know each other, and Ralph.
First of all, we don't know what Ralph we're getting. To be Ross is never here because he lives in Texas. And Todd, I mean, what? I don't know.
Was Marlo's man out there with them?
Yeah, Scott Lee was out there with them.
I totally forgot he was even there.
I love me some Scott Lee. That man is foreign to me.
He just looked like he scams the shit out of people to me.
Your mom looked like a scammer. So after that, we get to everybody getting ready for the trip. That was the scene, y'all. It was just very awkward, very weird.
We really went on way too long about it. It didn't even give that much. We gave it a lot more than what should have been gave.
And that's why people like us more than they like the TV show. And the Academy Award goes to the Emmy goes to the daytime Emmy goes to Scott Lee gives scammer vibes. That's what Sylvester said.
Thank you. He does.
We didn't see them cook either. They didn't eat and they didn't cook. And then they had an awkward conversation.
Tired to get on the grill, and then we never even saw him get on the grill.
They didn't do a damn thing outside. So everybody's getting ready for the thing. Candy is not feeling well. I guess she has the bubble guts. They all get there, and then they get on the Sprinter van. Shereé gives them a speech, and she's like, "Look, I just want this to be about positivity, togetherness, or let's all work together. Let's all be." And then Kenya turns, and she's like, "Kenya, is there a reason why you turn your face?" And Kenya's like, "Oh, I wanted to see your lips. They're so plush, they're so luscious, they're so the raspberry." Girl, no, you turned your face when I said the togetherness. So it seems as if she's not trying to help with the togetherness, but that's okay. Then we get to the hotel. The hotel looks amazing. It looks immaculate.
Mm.
Let me tell you who can't say a fuck thing to me about this trip. Kenya Summermore. The way she had them down there at the Econo Lodge. And they could barely eat food at the restaurant that they was at. She can't say nothing about this trip. Hotel looked great. The food that they started eating looked great. Okay. Flight in was amazing. Everything. Okay.
Did you notice that Shereé was the only person that was in first class?
I mean,
or did they show?
But what's the problem?
No, I'm just saying that you know that. Because they show Shereé, they show saying it that she was like in coach or maybe like I don't know.
Not back there by the bathrooms, my God.
Huh?
Do you need the extra napkin? Not all the way by the bathroom.
I was like, they are shady because they definitely show Shereé in that first class and they show Sanya putting her bags up in coach.
I mean, it's her trip. So they get there, you get Drew and Mayetta talking first. Oh my God, Drew. You remember when Kenya talked about Portia and she said it's disrespectful to watch her be so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Drew's giving this whole episode. When they're excited and Drew's like, Maya's like, yes, it's Africa, love Africa. And Drew's like, well, I've never been to Africa. I mean,
she asked, but she said, do you know what's over there? She's like, what did she say?
Oh, I know.
She didn't even say Africa. She's like, you know what? She was like, no, it's Africa.
It's Africa. I've never been to Africa.
Oh, I've never been.
I've been to South Africa, but I've never been to Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is not the Americas, okay? There's not a North America and there's not a North Africa and South Africa. Lady, once you land on the continent, if you know that's what it is, you there. If you've been to South Africa, surprise, surprise, girl, in
Africa.
You've been there. You've been there. This may be a shock, but you've been there. Put your piece in the comments for Houston Food. He said, Kenya says Shereé needs to do better. Don't get me started. Wait till we get to that.
Oh, thank you, Houston Foodie, for me and Busy's super chat.
Yeah, I'll give you $1.
Thank you.
No, I'm late. You always late. Drew's a horrible house. Oh, whoa.
Bye, Jamie.
That escalated really quickly. It was given Underground Railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on? I've never been there. And then Mayetta, she acting like she is Black China's mother. She has children in Uganda that she takes care of, and she feeds them regularly. I guess Mayetta said she had an orphanage. Drew said, I don't care about none of that. Let me tell you what's my problem.
No, Drew gonna say you own a whole. What did she say? You own a whole something in Africa.
A village?
That whole city?
A village?
Oh, a village. Yeah, she was like, no, girl. I said an orphanage.
Drew was really
Drew don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's really giving hooked up. It's giving special needs.
She need to go to the orphanage.
It's giving short bus. So then Drew's like, I don't care about none of that and them kids. Can you believe
those children
that Shereé brought up my legal issues? And she's like, I feel like it's very unfair for her to bring up that lawsuit. And if she wanted to have a conversation about it, she could have came to me, and for you to be the one to talk, you have multiple lawsuits and multiple people talking, looking for you for money. You should have just come to me about the situation. So needless to say, Drew is acting like she's just so emotionally invested in her over Shereé bringing up the fact scammers, no scammers, pot calling kettle. What's the problem? I thought it was just two scammers having a conversation. You're not paying them, right, girl? Just two scammers having a conversation. After that, you got Kenya and Candy, and they both talk about how there's no negativity there, and they actually do like it. Kenya saying she has a court date. Child, thank God Candy was there. She said, "Look, I'm so tired of you in this divorce." Okay? The whole world is. She said, "Well, I've been getting divorced longer than I've been married, and that's the problem. And we're done. We're tired of it. All of us are tired of it."
It's like that Lamb Chop song. This is the divorce that
never ends. Okay,
and it goes on and on.
Just ridiculous. And then Candy says, "Did it bother you that Marlo talked about dating him before?" She's like, "No, well, he already told me." So regardless of how we feel, if the man felt like he needed to bring it up and tell Kenya, she did have some significance in his life. It probably would have been more. It probably was only one date, but they probably did something else. So much so that the man was like, "I just want to let you know, I did. Me and her did."
I think he just knew, like, I don't want no, we went on a date. I don't want no from you and Marlo and the rest of this crap. We went on a date.
He smashed. It was giving smash.
But she said she don't have sex with men on their first date.
Marlo said a lot of things. She said a lot of things. And then after that, you got Sonya saying Sonya and Marlo. And Sonya saying Sonya, she said, "Can you believe how they just tried to breeze over the fact that you have fucked Kenya man?" Because wasn't Kenya the same one who ran up and down my event about a DM from Martell? Oh, but now when you actually fuck somebody, not nobody saying anything. We breathing over it. We ain't got nothing to say. Okay. So Sonya's saying Sonya trying to get the party started. She said, "Look, I don't like how they trying to breeze over your stuff. Okay, you open up your legs for her man. Okay, but she wanted to go and say what was going on in the DMs. I really didn't like that. I do like how it seems as if somebody sat Marlo down and said calm down, because she's been very calm natured, very soft spoken. She has some of her shady moments, but I feel like she's just doing it in the back, or she's taking her mic off.
But that's what we want from Marlo, though.
You said what?
That's what we want from Marlo.
I
don't like I like the shade is what I want to see. I don't want to see all this stuff we've been seeing from Marlo. Like, she's always been doing this before she became an actual cast member. And I wish that she would just kind of stick in this lane right here. Like, give it to, I think this was my thing, even with Kansas. It's like, it sticks better when it's like shade and not like you're like attacking somebody. Like, the shade will last longer.
I don't think so. Because I know that they ignore her, Kenya and Candy. Girl, make a scene.
But she's letting Kenya overpower her because of that. Kenya is so unbothered. Like, for me, even with Candy, like, I think that Candy's unbothered because Candy wasn't really this unbothered before her and Kenya became this close. But Kenya is so unbothered by these people, and they just keep trying to spark something. She's like, "Oh, I did him. Okay. Wait a minute, I can't hear what you said on the. What was you saying? On? I'm going to go outside real quick. Okay."
That's like, what I like about her. This is an ensemble cast, girl.
I love the fact that King's able to shade them without even really saying anything.
She can go.
She's always
so, we have to give Marlo props. She has been a lot more reserved on this trip.
Yeah. So far.
And whether the people are going to recognize it or acknowledge it, she has been a lot more reserved. Is that one of the reasons why these last couple of episodes have been boring? I don't know. But
the ones before this weren't boring to you?
No. No, especially she got the girls riled up. Child, when she had to beat the bomb, she had the girls angry. They was in their feelings.
What she did? What?
Had to beat the bomb. Child, Candy and they came in there like the bomb. Oh, sorry, I just gotta get this off my chest first. What is this about you and your cousin? That
was so dumb, and it was stupid. I mean, she literally made a fool out of herself to me. This is my own personal opinion.
She had the girls in the tizzy
because she sit up here talking about something that has nothing to do with Candy. Like, I don't know. That to me, that's the Marlo I don't want to see.
Candy was crying about it, so go ahead, cry, girl. And yeah, go ahead, cry about it.
You got to understand the Taurus. She's crying because what she even said out of her own mouth. I want to really whoop your ass, but I can't do that.
Child,
So I got to do this.
Candy
I'm
been
telling
ready
you.
to choke the girls. She been ready to headbutt bitches. Girl, you ain't gonna do it. Sit your
She's been
ass
about to do a
down
lot of
and
things,
let's
but
beat the bomb.
her worth is way more than anybody's
Sit
going to
down and let's beat the bomb.
I'm just
Sit down
telling
and let's beat the bomb. You sit here mad at me. That white lady stole all your money from that song. You need to talk to her. Talk to her first, and then you could come to me. That white lady who stole all your money from us and said you wanted the liquor box.
But that wasn't
Do that before you come to me.
That wasn't like jeopardizing her business though.
She got the what? She stole the money from the business.
No, what
She stole the money from the
Marlo was
business.
doing was definitely causing confusion with her business. With the
I'm sorry, I did a sketchy calculation. It said that Kitty should be she mad at the wrong people. Moving on.
That's why it's sketchy.
So then we get to the dinner. This whole episode was just so disjointed. We get to the dinner. They decided what they want to eat. Marlo said she'd been loving caviar or whatever they was eating. What was it?
I don't know. I just don't remember they kept ordering steak and fries. And I'm like, who's eating fries with steaks?
They are. But it goes well together. It's steak and potatoes.
With a potato, not a damn fry. I feel like let me get a steak and then go to McDonald's.
No, even for like a brunch. Like there's a place called Medium Rare here where you get steak and fries.
They weren't at a brunch.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me shut up. Sorry. It was sardines. Thank you, the girl what was about all the podcast. It was sardines, and she loved having them. I never had sardines, but I have heard that
Vienna sausages too.
I heard that mackerel is very similar to it, and I do love mackerel. You like mackerel?
Vienna sausages?
I don't like Vienna sausages.
I think Marlo said she's mentioned she ate those before too.
A lot of people like Vienna sausages. I don't understand how people eat them.
One of my kids at my school eat them.
Vienna sausages? Have you asked them how things going at home?
No, but he loves on me. I'm telling you, he tears some things up.
You might want to. You should dive deep. So how's things going at home?
Houston Foodie said what was up with the fries too. So it's not just me.
They said it was hot. So then Courtney said, I've been loving this trip and everything's been really cool, except Kenya. I didn't know that we had so much of an issue on what's going on with us. And you talking about me invading your space. And Kenya said, yeah, I felt like you had been invading my space. Initially you touching me and all of that. I didn't think it was a problem, but then it became condescending. And I what I do like is Drew. You did bring up that it was invading my space and understanding, and I appreciate you jumping in and being the lapdog that we wanted you to be and saying it's about boundaries and personal space. That definitely meant a lot to me. I'm just saying I don't like you. Don't touch me. You don't know me, and that's it. And I like Courtney. I think she has really great intentions. I don't think that she, outside of the conversation that she came in with Candy, she hasn't really been a mess. So I just think that Kenya's she's giving it too much. So I love the fact that Courtney's just backing down like, look, you're not trying to be a bitch. Okay, so clearly I'm going to just accept your apology because it's coming off bitchy, but I know that that's not who you're trying to be. So I'm just gonna say I accept, and I'm sorry for touching you, your cheap clothes and your hair. Where is Brooklyn?
What?
Where's Brooklyn?
Why they was out to eat?
Don't she be going on all the trips with them?
She does, but she's in the room with the nanny.
Is she?
Yes.
I don't know.
What kid have you ever seen in one of their dinners?
I just had a question about where Brooklyn was.
Where's the rest of their kids at?
Oh, so normally everybody else leaves their kids with their husband or their family.
Portia never left her baby at home. Well, she did a little sometimes, but she didn't leave her baby. PJ was with Portia all the time. Oh, so don't do that. Don't do that.
PJ was going on the trip too?
She was.
Was PJ around?
Candy were even mad that Kenya brought her baby on one of them trips because they was like, if you're gonna bring your baby, they would have brought their baby. So don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, because they didn't bring their babies. Was PJ around when Portia was getting her box lip by Bolo? And it was eating Tanya's box?
I don't know. That's the trip they were mad at her about.
Was PJ there when Portia was
That's
looking?
the trip they were mad at her about because they didn't know she's bringing her baby.
Where's Tanya? I hope Tanya's having a good day today.
In Canada.
Child, she said F. she got her back blown out by Bolo. Portia ate her box and she said, dude, I'll see y'all later. Okay. Gotta go. And you won't be hearing from me again. Now to the semi-horrible main event. Drew wants to bring up to Shereé. I felt some type of way that you brought up the stuff that's going on in the blogs. Okay. This is legal. This is a serious situation. It's a legal situation. Now I don't know about y'all because I'm not rich or whatever, but I have seen people eat potato chips on YouTube and make $1,000.
I saw a boy sleeping in his bed and making money.
And making $1,000. Girl, this is legal, and you're making this is a big deal, lady. You're going to the People's Court for $1,000. This is not, and I don't know why this is triggering Drew so much, but she's so upset, and this is something that's very serious and it's affecting me and my family. And I didn't like the way that you're bringing up, and then Shereé, deflecting, truly, was like, well, what about when you brought up the fact that you said that you were lying, saying that people were taking back the clothes?
This one I got irritated.
And she was like, well, I'm not, it's not that we didn't lie. She's like, well, you shouldn't have brought that up. She said, I thought we got over that. Well, what about you lying though? You're lying. You're a liar. And Candy said, wait, what, so you feel like we making this stuff up? Yes, I feel like y'all are making it up. Let me tell you one thing. Shereé lives in her delusion. Okay. And really no one is gonna change her mind about it.
But that's why I like Shereé though, because she lives there and she may not own it, but as watchers of the show, we know that Shereé lives in the delusional mind that she has, and even if you say something that makes sense, she's gonna make it not make sense because she's in her delusion.
Child, people was like, well, we didn't know there was someone there that was taking the stuff back, and we didn't get our bags. No, you lied. You lied. Shereé, did she get the stuff or did she not get the stuff? Did you give out the bags or did you not give out the bags? We saw Marlo sitting with one raggedy hat on top of some. I got shirts, shoes, bags.
She had on the shirt too.
Girl, you didn't get all that stuff from the reunion.
You know what I thought? Remember when Marlo did that thing for Shereé? I think after her breakup with Tyrone, and she brought all those labels or whatever at her house, and she had a little shopping spree, like she was doing something for her. Then at the end, she was like, "Girl, you paying for it? Right? I just brought them here." I think that Marlo bought stuff from Shereé. To be honest, I don't think that she was giving that stuff from the reunion. Didn't you just say that the people don't get it? No, I think she bought it while it was on the set. Oh, on the set. How much is this? $22. Okay, you got a square reader. Between your legs. Yeah, okay. Just slide the card. Just slide the card. I got it from this man named Roy. You don't know him. So then they start arguing back and forth. Shereé's telling her that she's a liar. Basically, the argument was Drew's is upset and crying about this $1,000 lawsuit. This really could be done in mediation, to be like high school mediation. If I'm gonna be honest, this could be really done in the playground, okay? But Drew is upset that Shereé brought up the fact that she's going to court over this situation, and Shereé is like, "Well, I have a bone to pick with you that I said I got over, but I didn't because I felt like you lied about the situation. So maybe we did talk about this, but I actually thought about it, and now I'm bothered." And why is she not bothered by anybody else who said it?
I think. Well, no, she has been. You remember she had that fur coat on when her and Candy went out to to work out.
But
She did
Kenya
tell her
said
like
it
this
too,
was the
though.
problem.
Kenya said it too.
Her and Kenya, they have a. She's waiting for Kenya to get baseboards. Until she gets baseboards, she doesn't. There's no credibility there. She's waiting for the
Didn't
baseboard.
Sanya say it too?
Huh?
Sanya said it too.
So you're saying Sanya? You think she's? I don't remember Sanya saying that. She did
said
say
it
in her
on
confessional
this
though.
episode.
She did say in her confessional.
Yeah.
Shereé calling someone else a liar. The thing is, who else would y'all want to call out somebody for being a liar or a thief? Than a liar and a thief. I trust and believe the people who I know. If you a scammer, I know you could you could definitely point out the scammers. So I think it's right on brand for Shereé to be like, you paying them? Because she knows she don't pay them. So game recognized game. Soon as she came into the building, she was like, I scammed. I took money from everywhere. Girl, you gonna pay them?
I wanted to say, are you paying the rent on Chateau Shereé? Like, because we still don't know how she's paying for that. Like,
first of all, Chateau Shereé is built and it's already hers. She don't need no rent.
But she's paying, but she has to pay the more. Like, she's paying for something: the light bills, the gas bill, the water bill. Are you paying the bill? Like, I want to know why are they not saying these things? I want to know.
From what I hear, that she gets pooped on in Dubai.
Oh yeah,
they said that she gets pooped and peed on in Dubai.
Said that, right?
Yep, she gets pooped and peed on in Dubai.
Yeah,
child. And if the Africans like gays, there has to be one. Like I'll go and get pooped and peed on. Okay, so and I pay my lifestyle.
I think they poop and pee on them though.
Whatever the process is, I'm in.
I would sign up too.
Whatever the process is, I'm in. As long as there's an NDA. Because I don't need y'all going around telling my business about
you just told us you would do it.
So. What I did in Africa. But I promise you I'll do it. As long as I sign an NDA, whatever y'all think y'all need, as long as I can stay alive.
I don't even know the damn NDA, baby. I mean, if I'm
you don't need an NDA for if people was doing scat.
If I'm living large and in charge, I don't give a damn what y'all know. Shit, I did it.
I mean, okay. I guess. I need an NDA.
I'm sitting here, sitting right. You sit over there, still trying to figure it out.
Haru said no, busy, no. So now, Haru, if they was giving you, say they was giving you $750,000 one night, 3 men pooped and peeing on you because that's what they into. You
just out of my mouth, though. Not in my mouth. I could do that.
Add an extra 250 and
I need a good million for that.
That's what I said. Extra, add an extra 250.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Child, you know my student loans will say I never had to, those things will be gone.
Why are we talking about this? Okay.
Because that's how Shereé make her money. That's how we got into it. I heard somewhere that they use her house. They do that. I did see that as well, and I've seen shows that they use her house before.
Rooms on HGTV.
Yeah, they use it as like mock rooms, and they like set it up and stuff.
Oh.
So it's a lot of people in the audience who said that they wouldn't do it. Are we the only two? That's when we gonna get that money because nobody else is in line.
Y'all would never see me on YouTube again.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back with a full. What's going on with him?
I'm gonna come back with a full studio.
Okay, fur coat on. Hey y'all, back. Just wanted to come back for a second to tell y'all that I missed y'all. Not really.
I had to brush my teeth and take a shower for a few weeks.
Yes, this is actual fur, y'all brokies. So that was pretty much their argument. And Shereé's like, look, I'm done with it. It got so disjointed that they just shut down the conversation and they decided to table it.
I'm sorry.
And then Drew, because of this $1,000 lawsuit that she's going through, excuse me. Child, the girl got up. People was like, What's going on? What's going
Shereé was
on?
like, what did I even do?
What's
What did
going
I do?
on with her? The people like,
What did I do? What did I do?
I
What did I
think
do?
she's crying. I think something's going on with her. And then Kenya Summer Moore had the nerve to turn to Shereé and say, "You need to be a better host."
Shout out to Kenya Moore.
No, ain't no shout out to that. You need to be a better host.
She's always going to take the chance to take the dig, and that's why I love her so much. She's like, "What did I do? Did I say something?"
I am a good host. No, you definitely need to be a better host. Kenya left her people in the lobby of the hotel and then turned into Shereé as they eat their steak and fries. You need to be a better host, girl. You definitely need to do better because this is not good. Okay,
can y'all believe this shit?
Can y'all believe
you need to do better?
Raggedy ass shit that she got going on, and then here Marlo's like, Shereé, you need to go get her. She went to go cry. She's doing what? She's crying. She's crying. Yes, she's crying. She's crying. Oh my God, Drew. No, she's crying. She's upset. Shereé was like, "Bitch, I'm upset too." Like, I guess I'll chase after her, but I'm mad too. Shereé was being very. She's like, "I don't got time for this bullshit today." And when she was getting up there, it's like, "Well, Shereé, you made her say, bitch, I'm sad too."
And what?
Okay. And now I gotta go get her. Just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Drew crying over this $1,000. That house that she live in. She just had a whole music video. This $1,000 lawsuit causing her that much hecticness and strife.
That video didn't cost that much though.
I just don't understand why this $1,000 lawsuit is really getting to her emotions.
But she might have paid $1,000 for that video.
Just pay $1,000. Just give the lady $5. I'm sure y'all could settle for $750.
The food was nasty. They didn't like it. It was hearing it.
It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So y'all, that was pretty much the episode. It seems like this trip is actually not going to foster a lot of stuff.
It's almost over, right?
I think so. It seems really short. Child, when Drew was like, you say you're bringing us here to bring togetherness and whatever, but you can't even do it for yourself. You know, getting everything, you can't even do it for yourself. Drew is just it's performative. Like this whole episode was so annoying to me because you had her husband throwing this random ass brunch, and then here she is crying over this $1,000 lawsuit. And we're supposed to be watching Glamour.
Wait, Houston Foodie said Candy said on Speak On It that the woman took care of Drew's kids for a week too. What woman? So what
they're not saying, what Drew was like, oh, she had hair in the food, is that lady did extra stuff. They said
like took care of the kids for a week.
Yeah, she used the lady as a babysitter, a tutor.
Okay, now I'm here. Okay, I'm here now. We've
and she only suing for $1,000.
Yeah, that's not even a lot, Drew.
As a tutor, a chef, she gave her man a one of these. She did everything she needed to do. Maid at the house,
a doctor in the sick room, a lawyer in the courtroom. She was all of that. Like, pay her the money, Drew.
Just give her the money. Settle for $750.
Yeah. No, pay her the $1,000. If she did all that, pay her the $1,000, Drew. Get the hell over it.
She ain't asking for it.
Just set up a She by Shereé.
It was so boring. It was just, I don't know. Where are we going with this? Y'all, let's be real. Let's talk 101. What the fuck is going on with this?
They just keep on going over the same stuff over and over again. I'm just kind of tired of it.
What the fuck is going on with the show? I mean, I know y'all so happy that we're not talking about the Marlo situation anymore. But if now we're about to leave it to the other girls that have drama and we about to argue about $1,000 lawsuit. Is this all they have to give us? Because
I wonder why Drew feels like she doesn't owe this lady something.
I want my money back. Drew, first of all, Drew never feels like she's in the wrong. That's why her man said you need a Lunchable. Yeah, I said Harry gave you this day. You need a Lunchable. You deserve a Lunchable. It's
a reason why she feels like she doesn't owe her any money. I wonder what the reason is.
I mean, you need a reason to fire people, I guess.
Not in Georgia. This is a what is it? A free will state. You can fire people for any
At
damn reason.
will. At
At will
will.
state. There you go. Yeah. You don't have to have a reason.
How are you feeling about the rest of this season?
I told you I have not enjoyed it at all. I watch it for my own personal pleasures, and most of the time I watch it to go to sleep.
I'm
To
gonna say
be
you
honest,
get pleasure from this.
I for my own
It
personal
really is
pleasure. Like,
giving lullaby.
but I just said I watched it to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's just
Like last night when when you wanted to do, it, I was like, damn, I do not want to do this tonight because I'm gonna go to sleep. And I was happy that you called and said you didn't want to do it because I was like, I definitely fell asleep watching it. And then even today, when you said you want to do it today, I had to come back home and watch it again because I forgot what happened.
you forgot what happened. Nothing happened.
Nothing is sticking in for me.
We just need different people. It's not working for me, and I'm sorry. As much as y'all didn't like Marlo, her irrational explosions really was making the show for me. It was entertaining for me. I love melodrama, but that's not who Marlo is. Okay, so it wasn't going to be melodramatic.
I
And
think what we're missing is like people who spar. Like when Nene and King was on, they spar. Like it wasn't no low blow type of things. It was they were sparring. You know what I'm saying? If you think about Portia and Kenya, like they sparred. They did say some things, but then Marlon comes in and said, "That's why your mama didn't want you."
that's why your mama didn't want you.
That's too much. You know what I mean? Like I want to see the sparring, but I also want to see the glam and the glitz of Atlanta, even though it's not really that much living here. I understand that,
Yeah, but I say I've been there before. Ain't no glitz and glam.
but I want to see those things. I don't want to see Marlo like digging all deep. Oh, I slept. I mean, I dated him.
Yeah, I fucked your
Marlo.
husband. I like that. I want to see more of that.
How many people have y'all? Roger Bob has said with people on the show. What's the other man that Kenya had dated? The trash truck man.
I can't. Walter.
He has slept with people that was on the show. Like I think everybody besides Mark that she dated, they didn't slept with the man or know the man or did something with the man. So even with Portia, like Candy knew about Dennis sleeping with her friends. Like that's not a thing. It's Atlanta. Like everybody sleep with everybody down here.
Yikes. I won't be.
And maybe because I live here, it's not interesting to me. But I'm just like, okay, girl, why was that even a thing? You went on a date with a man, and
because y'all in the same.
Y'all probably had a one night stand, whatever you had. Like, why was that even relevant to bring it up?
Remember, you had sex on that porch.
Who did? You did?
You did. Remember?
Oh, here in Atlanta, yeah, I did.
You did, yeah.
It was in Atlanta.
Yeah. See, so that's why it's boring to you because you're doing stuff like that.
Marlo slept with many men.
I've never had sex.
Slept with many men. Sounds like a lot of them have. But I mean, it's the Atlanta culture,
Oh, shout out to put your beats in the comments for Denise. She said she sent you a Cash App too. She said she gave me Cash App. But like overall, what do y'all feel like this thing?
Thank you, Denise.
Because my thing is this: I love the first couple of episodes and it was fun to watch and review. But if I'm gonna have to deal with Drew crying over $1,000 lawsuit, I'm not gonna be able to make it through. And to be honest, I really don't give a fuck about her getting a divorce. I've been wanting Ralph since I saw him on the show. And thank God I can now lust after a non-married man. I don't care about them getting
a divorce. You're about to be a married man.
You said what?
But you're about to be a married man.
We're not together anymore.
All right.
Yeah, we called it off because once Drew and Ralph called theirs off, we made the decision to we both gonna just run to Florida and we're gonna decide whoever sees them first.
Who would be your perfect cast?
None of the. Well, I haven't met them yet. Everybody will.
I'm saying for people that you've seen so far.
Nope, everybody will be brand new. Everybody will be brand new. I
wouldn't watch no brand new Housewives of Atlanta show.
Everyone will be brand new. You know what show I used to love, and I feel like it gone too soon. I don't know if it's gone too soon, or I just don't watch the show anymore. They were used to show this show called Wives and Girlfriends of Official Sports.
I've heard. I've never seen the show though.
I loved it. It was about It could be from any sport, and these girls would just go together and just have fun, get into arguments, melodramatic, but they were young, fun, flirty, stupid. I want to see more of that in Atlanta. These people, they grown. They mad like they mad grown. We've outgrown them because they've gone to they could get AARP cards and they could go to get a Grand Slam on a deal at
How old do you
Disney.
have to be to get an AARP card?
Actually, you could be any age because I have one. But yeah,
but you never mind.
yeah, keep it cute and then on mute. But also they just I feel like they've reached their prime and peak, and they're not
I don't
rich
think
enough
that's
for me to
necessary.
like them old. Because there are old rich people that I would love to just watch and follow around. They don't even have that. Yeah, like aren't y'all 50 years old? Y'all still working?
I think what is missing is the genuine friendships on the show, like the real ones. Not like I think that I don't want Kim back on the show at all. Like absolutely not. But I think when Shereé brought the old girls on, it was like something for people to kind of say, and start talking. People hated Deshaun. Again, I hate that they hated Deshaun.
Who's that?
I'm not talking to you about this anymore. But they hated Deshaun, but they were with Lisa Wu and Kim. And to me, I feel like the friendships that Shereé does have on this show with Kenya and Kandi, bringing Kim and Lisa back, would give a little bit more of a show that we could watch because they're friendships. Now you would have to watch Kenya and Kandi become friends with these new girls, but Shereé is friends with all of these girls, so she would be like the Nene Leakes at this point.
I don't want to see these old ladies try to be friends. I'm done.
I don't want to see a new group of girls
with these old ladies. Atlanta. If I'm truly thinking about Atlanta now, I'm not imagining any of the stuff that they're doing in their age range, living where they living, looking like what they living like. I'm not interested anymore. Give me fresh meat. I want young. Give me a socialite. Okay. Give me the wife of maybe somebody in politics. Give me the wife of a music producer. Up and coming music producer.
But you've had all that.
I need them now in their 30s.
They're not wives.
I'm sure there's some wives in Atlanta. Give me some girls in their 30s ready to start the show over again. I'm so sorry. These 50-year-olds. They run their course, and I think we're just done. If I could watch you from having a baby all the way to menopause, you've outgrown the show.
I don't think I could watch Housewives of Atlanta without Kenya.
I think you know what's crazy?
I would really like not watch.
That is really possible. We had 5 seasons without her.
And I didn't watch. You talking about before she got there?
Yeah, you didn't watch those seasons?
I did watch those seasons.
And then we had a whole season without her.
But now that she's there, like I couldn't imagine a show without her.
Let's be clear, everybody's irreplaceable.
Well, but they have to find
someone.
They have to find someone who can replace her that gives off what she's giving.
We don't need we can just get something new. We don't even need.
They've tried it. We have Latoya forever. We have
for your services.
We have Sanya. Who else came? There's been lots of girls, but no one has given the energy that Kenya gives. Kenya is, to me, she is like so top tier when it comes down to Atlanta. Like you have to come. I think Latoya could have done it had they kept her long enough.
I did. I love that. I want Latoya back.
I would love that.
And then let's build something around her. That would be a show that I would watch. She got a different man.
And then she was Kenya's friend too. So she was under Kenya's wing.
Barely.
I feel like Kenya could have sent her off as the new Kenya more on the show. Because Kenya didn't come on with the kind of shade that she has now. Like Kenya really build up to this space. LaToya could definitely give this, but it would have to be like, again, bring down the ratchetness and then giving me the shade.
I don't know. Y'all put in the comments.
Even in the chat, other people were saying that we watch Atlanta for the shade. Atlanta was one of the only franchises, I think the only franchise that we can watch for the shade.
They gave top tier shade.
Yes.
And
because even when you watch Potomac, like they give shade in confessionals.
I'm not even looking at Potomac. I'm not looking at Potomac for the shade.
Yeah.
Now Atlanta did give shade, but I thought also their dynamic as a friend group was what was interesting. I agree with you about we need authentic friendships.
Yeah.
And Atlanta's missing that. We just need all new people. I love these girls. It's time for them to go to a senior citizen home.
Other shows that are in Atlanta that people don't want to see, but I think would make great housewives.
You said what?
There's a lot of women that live in Atlanta, to me, that are younger than these girls who would make great housewives, but people don't want to.
And so let's get them. Let's get them. Like it's a really an issue. I would rather watch Medicine Wives than watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
You mean Married to Medicine?
Same show.
Okay, I was like,
I would rather watch them than watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. At least those women are going through real issues and they're friends.
And they're real friends, yeah.
I don't like that y'all got rid of Anila, but that's not neither here nor there.
What did she give?
You saw what?
What did she give?
She was fun and flirty, and I loved her husband. He was my favorite.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
He was my favorite to me, especially when it was like, you came up here in that costume. He was like, I thought it was funny.
Yes, I love it. I mean, it was funny to me.
Thought it was funny, so nothing to apologize for here.
People were like, come on, guys, y'all didn't like. He was really trying to convince.
Y'all didn't think us acting like movers was funny. You're like seriously? I thought it was a good joke. My wife said, let's do it. I thought it was a funny joke.
Right. I did. I love that.
I bought the clipboards. I thought the clipboards was a nice addition. He was in it. Okay. So he's like,
he was not backing down.
Them so much. And I love her husband, how much she had his back. I love the mother and how she was so ignorant and was like, this is my house, even though this is your husband. I loved everything about Anila's family. Contessa couldn't, I could take her or leave her, but I definitely.
I'm glad she's gone, right?
I don't know.
I think she's gone, and I'm happy about it.
You want to review Medicine Wives?
Are we gonna stick to the whole thing?
I don't know because you said you only watched one episode of this show.
No, you busy. Don't do that.
You did say that.
I did say that, but are you gonna? Because this is not the first. We've tried this many times.
So you all. Tell us what you felt about this episode. What are your likes, dislikes? How can we make this show good? Because we're on episode 10 and we got to watch the rest of the season. How are you? What drugs are you all taking to get through this?
JP keeps on asking about NYC. I don't watch New York. Do you? Do you watch Housewives? Is it New York?
No, I only watch the majority black ones.
Yeah, me
so
too.
New York and Potomac.
I see, but JP keeps on asking about it. I don't watch.
I've been asked to watch the other cities. I want to. I think I may start to look into them. I watched Salt Lake City a little bit. I
like Salt Lake City though.
My problem is I don't like coming into situations where I feel like there's been so much time that has passed because I have to start from the beginning.
But Salt Lake City, you have time to because this is like their third or fourth season, right?
I guess.
So you have Salt Lake City, you can definitely do that.
Salt Lake City was easy to get into. The other ones, I feel like I got to go backwards because what I love about these shows is how the interconnectedness and the relationships and how they've grown to where they are.
Yeah. It would be a lot to try to catch up from.
And I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know these people like that. And I'm going to do all of this for fancy. Garcelle.
Did you see the new show she's on Netflix?
No.
Oh my God, it is so good. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what the name of it is. I screenshotted the thing.
So y'all tell us what drugs are you taking in order to get through this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta?
It's called Survival of the Thickest.
What's she doing? Host?
She's Michelle, is it Boutois? I don't know how to say her last name.
Okay.
She's the lady who hosts The Circle.
Okay.
The show's really about her, but she's a fashion designer.
Okay.
And she's helping Gabrielle be comfortable with her body. She doesn't have a really big, actually, Gabrielle doesn't have a real big part in the show, but she does. Like, it's kind of different. But the show's really good. If you guys haven't watched it, it's on
How
Netflix.
is she helping her with her body, but she doesn't have a big part?
Gabrielle's like the Tyra Banks in the show.
She's wearing a fat suit?
No. Fashion-wise, she's like Tyra Banks on the show.
Okay.
And so she ends up she's trying to get this job to design for people. She wants to design for like bigger girls.
Okay.
And so Gabrielle, she's embracing her body at the time, and she has a bunch of clothes in her closet that she cannot fit.
Okay.
And so then Michelle comes in and she dresses her, comes out, she's dressing her for a funeral for her ex-husband. She drops a big ass dildo in the casket.
Okay.
It's good. It's a good show. And then she does a lot of stuff for her in the show. She's not a main character though, but she's in the show. It's a really good show. Watch it, y'all.
You didn't sell it for me. Basically, so it's about fat people. And
no, that's not what I said.
Michelle is a fat person, and you said Garcelle is a fat person trying to feel comfortable as a fat person.
That's not even what I said.
Somebody's using a dildo and they bring it to a funeral. And okay. So if y'all want to see a dildo being used by two big black women,
that's not even what I said.
Make sure you check. What's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?
The Survival of the Thickest.
Check out Survival of the Thickest, where they use bedroom candy and see who can put the bedroom candy in the casket the fastest, something like that.
If you want a good laugh and you want to see something that's really funny, it's a really good show. You guys check it out. If
you want to see Garcelle use a dildo, check out Survival.
Garcelle doesn't use a dildo.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Right here, it's So Debonair on all platforms except for what's the new one? Spill. It's just Debonair spelled the same way, but everything else is So Debonair. Check out my channel, and you can go onto my vlog channel, Being So Debonair.
Yes, God. So one, we want to thank you so much for coming over here and participating with us.
Read This is on Netflix.
So yeah, the big girl dildo show is on Netflix. If y'all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. This was, we talked for an hour. I don't understand how we get that out because
I'm surprised we'd be there for an hour.
And we didn't even argue.
We didn't. But when are we doing the thing for the last episode was this week?
For what?
Texas.
Oh, yeah. Bad Boys?
Yeah, this is the last episode.
We can talk about it whenever.
Okay.
Just give me the date and time and I'll be there.
You said you don't. Okay.
I said it on what?
You said you're going to give me the date when you can do it.
It's going to be, you get the date and time and I'll be there.
Okay.
We want to thank you. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Super thanks. You can also give after this video. Y'all tell us, how are you getting through this? What does Real Housewives of Atlanta need? Wouldn't y'all just pay that lady $1,000 so she can get off your hair? Is Drew doing too much? Why is Kenya not trying to acknowledge that Marlo fucked her man first? And do y'all think that Candy put food in her purse when she left the brunch? Outside of that, we appreciate all of you all for coming here. We're about to go get busy and you all stay busy. Till next time.